Good morning students. In this video we are going to discuss about 12th standard computer science chapter 10 Python classes and objects part 6. In the previous video we discussed a menu driven program. Okay, in this video also we are going to discuss the another programs in your book. Okay, so this is a program is going to count a number of uppercase, number of lowercase, number of vowels and number of consonant, a number of spaces and a number of strings present in a given string. Okay, so we get one string input from the user. From that string we are going to count how many number of uppercase, lowercase, vowels, consonant, spaces, strings are available. Okay, so now we are going to see how to write a program for that. Okay, so here class is that we already know how to define a class. Yes, what is the general syntax? You have to write the class keyword. After writing the keyword you have to specify the class name and then you put colon. Okay, so here keyword class, what is the class name? String. String is the class name. After the class name we just put colon. This colon is used to indicate that segment, that is that block of codings is below to that line. Okay, so now you can see in this class string how many functions is there. Member functions: init, get str, count uppercase, count lowercase, and then count vowels, count consonant, count space, and execute. Okay, totally how many functions is there? So nearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 functions is there. Okay, now we discuss one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 5, 6, 7, 8 functions is there. Okay, so 9 display, 9 functions is there. Totally how many member functions in this class? 9 member functions is there. In this 9, one is a constructor. Okay, that is init. The function name init is a constructor function. What is the difference between this constructor and other functions? Constructor functions can be executed automatically. Okay, so in this constructor function, what purpose we are using the constructor? This constructor function is used to initialize the class variables. Okay, so this constructor function is used to initialize the class variables. Here all the class variables, that is uppercase, lowercase, vowels, consonant, space, string, these are all known as the class variables. Self is the default parameter, so you have to specify in this class self. So this class object is having the class data member uppercases. That's why we are specifying self dot uppercase, self dot lowercase, like that. Okay, and then see the next function, that is dep get str. This function is used to get string from the user, that is it gets the input string from the user. So self dot string is equal to, here initialize the string is empty string. Okay, in this line we are going to initialize that string as a empty string. Now we are going to get the input from the user. Okay, so self str is equal to self dot string is equal to str of input enter a string. So we know already the input function get the inputs in the form of strings only. Okay, so here str function is going to convert all the data in the string data type. Without this str also this function can be worked correctly. Okay, so str, this data type is used to convert the input in the form of strings. By default the input function gets the input in the form of strings only. Okay, so get str function is used to get value from the user. And then dep count upper, here dep is the keyword, count upper is the name of the function. Okay, so this function is going to count how many uppercase letter is present in the string. Okay, this function is going to count how many uppercase letter is present in this string. Here self is the default parameter and then colon. For if we want to repeat some process, what we need a loop. What are the different kinds of loops used in Python? There are two different kinds of loops. One is while, another one is for loop. Okay, here we are using the for loop. For ch in self dot string. You can check each and every character present in the string, that is it is a uppercase or not. Okay, if ch dot is upper, we already know is upper function. Is upper function is used to return true when the character is uppercase letter, otherwise it returns false. When this condition is returns true, then true block can be executed, that is self dot uppercase is equal to self dot uppercase plus 1. Here plus equal to is the compound operator. Okay, how we can expand this one? Self dot uppercase is equal to self dot uppercase plus 1. Now the value of uppercase can be incremented by 1. What is the initial value for the self dot uppercase? 0. So 0 plus 1 we get the value 1. Okay, so when the condition is true, then true block can be executed and the control transfer to this iteration. When this condition is false, maybe the character is in small letter, then the condition is false means automatically it skip the true block and then it goes on the iteration statements again. Okay, so this for loop can be repeated until the string gets null, that is a string empty. Okay, so end of the string. Okay, and then see the next function. The next function is dep count lower of self. This function is used to count the number of lowercase letter present in the string. Okay, so for ch in self dot string, it take one character from the, that is first character. It can go by character in sequence order. Okay, so that is it starts from the first character and then the process can be continued until the last character can be processed. Okay, so it goes in the sequence order, one by one it can take all the character and check this function. When the condition is true, the true block can be executed. If the condition is false, then automatically skip the true block and goes to the iteration statement. Okay, so for ch in self dot string, it take the first character from the string and then next statement if ch dot is lower. We already know is lower function is used to check the character. If the character is present in lower case, then it returns true. Okay, if the condition is true, then self dot lowercase plus equal to 1, this statement can be executed. That is, it increment the value of lowercase by 1. If the condition is false, then automatically the control transfer to the for statement and fetch the second character present in the string. Again it check the condition. This process can be repeated until the string gets empty. Okay, that is end of the string. See the next function. So what is the next function? In this function we are going to count the number of vowels present in the string. Okay, so def is the keyword, count vowels. Here count vowels is the function name and then we are passing the default parameters as self. Colon. Okay, for ch in self dot string, here also we are using the for loop to access all the character present in the string. So for ch in self dot string, for first iteration it takes the first character from the string and then next statement if ch in a e I, O, U, that is vowels. A, E, I, O, U is known as vowels. Okay, the vowels may be present in capital letters or lowercase letters. If the vowels is any cases, we want to increment the vowels by 1. Okay, here in is the membership operator. In Python, in is known as the membership operator. This operator is used to check whether the character is present in the list. If the character is present in the list, then it returns true. Then the true block can be executed. Okay, if the character is not present in the list, then it returns false. So if the character is present, the true block can be executed and then the control transfer to the for loop. If the character is not present in this list, then this function returns false. Again, the control skip the true block, the control transfer to this for statements. Okay, so this process also repeated until the string gets end. Okay, and then see the next function, dep count consonant of self. So we know what is meant by consonant. The characters except A, E, I, O, U is known as the consonant. For ch in self dot string, and then here also we are using one more membership operator, not in. This membership operator is going to check if the character is not present in the list, then it returns true. Okay, if not present in the list, then it returns true. So when the condition is true, the true block can be executed. That is self dot consonants is plus equal to 1. That means self dot consonant equal to self dot consonant plus 1. Already the initial value of consonant is 0. So 0 plus 1, it increment by 1. Okay. When the condition is true, it increment the consonant value. When the condition is false, it directly moves on to the for loop. Okay. After the completion of this for loop, that is when the control reaches to the end of the string, then the control transfer to the next function. Okay, so in this function we are going to count the number of empty space present in the string. So what is meant by string? A string is known as the collection of characters. And that collection of characters, what are the characters are present? The character may be the alphabetical letters or numeric numbers or any other special characters. White space is also one of the character. Okay, in string the white space is also considered as one of the character. Okay, now we are going to check whether how many white space is present in the string for ch in self dot string. If ch is equal to empty character, maybe that character is a empty one, then we just increment the space by 1. So self dot space is plus equal to 1. When the condition is true, then this true block can be executed, that is space can be incremented by 1. Again the control transfer to the for loop. This process can be repeated until the string can be gets end. Okay, so when the condition is false, the true block can be skipped and it just move on to the iteration statement. Now you can see the next function, dep execute of self. Okay, so this function is going to call all other function written in this class. Okay, so self dot execute, here we can call the all other function. These are all known as the function call statement. Okay, so how we can identify this is a function name, the name of the function, and then you are using the empty parenthesis. Always this empty parenthesis symbol is used to mention the function names. If you want to pass any values, you can pass through this parameters also. Okay, self dot count upper. When the control reach the statements, the control automatically transfer to the function uppercase. Okay, the control automatically transfer to the function uppercase. This function can be executed. After the completion of this function, again the control transfer to the next line of this calling statement, calling function. Okay, so self dot count lower. So when this statement is reached, again the control transfer to the count lower function. The same way it can be executed all the functions one by one. Okay, so after the execution of the statement, again the control transfer to the last function, that is self dep display. This function is going to display all the values in the existing functions. Okay, so this print the given string contains and then print uppercase letters. So how many uppercase letters are present here? Percentage D and then percentage. So percentage D is used for formatting the values, formatting the characters. Okay, how it can be displayed in the output screen, percentage D. So these are all used for printing the numeric number, integer value on the output screen. Okay, so we are processing the string data. Here you want to print the number of uppercase letter, number of lowercase letter, the number of vowels, consonant and spaces. We are going to print the numeric numbers. For that we are using the %d. Okay, so uppercase letters, quotes, and then percentage is self dot uppercase. So here we print the uppercase, lowercase, vowels, consonant, spaces, number of this one. Okay, so in this line only the main program can be started. Your program execution, it starts from here. S equal to string. Here S is the object name, string is your class name. So once this statement can be executed, automatically the control transfer to the function init. Okay, so a constructor can be executed when the object is created. This is the first function can be executed. Okay, so after the execution of this function, again the control transfer to the main program. Okay, so in this main program, what is the next function? S dot get str. Okay, so when the control reach this statement, again the control transfer to the function get str. Okay, so this is the second function can be executed. From this function we are going to get the input from the user. Okay, so after the execution of this statement, again the control transfer to the main program and call this function s dot execute. Okay, so once the control reach this statement, after the execution of this statement, the control transfer to the execute function. From this function we will call the function one by one. So again count upper, this function can be executed. That is, so third time this execute function can be executed. From this function all other functions can be executed. So what is the first statement? Count upper. So count upper function can be executed next. So after the execution of this function, which function can be executed? Count vowels, count upper, and then count lower. Count lower function can be executed. Okay, so this is fourth function. This count upper function can be executed. After the execution of this one, count lower function can be executed. Okay, so this is fifth function can be executed. After this one, count vowels. So this is a sixth function, and then count vowels. After this one, count consonant, this function can be executed, and then count spaces. This is a eighth function can be executed. Okay, so after the execution of this all the statements, again the control transfer to the main program, and then it execute the display function. Okay, at last this display function can be executed and you get the output. Okay, so eighth function in this can be executed. At last this display function can be executed and we can get the output like this. So this is a very important program. This is one of the practical program present in your 12th standard public practical examination. Okay, here your input is welcome to learn computer science. From this string, how many uppercase letters are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 uppercase letters, remaining are lowercase. 24 lowercase letters is there, and then 12 vowels, 17 consonant, and 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4 faces is there. Okay, so how many spaces is there? 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces are present. Here the output is 4 faces, not 3. Okay, so your output can be shows 4 spaces. Okay students, I think you can able to understand this program execution. Okay students, thank you.